Hello, everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House, and welcome to Walk In Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom for the upcoming week of November the 13th through November 19th, 2022. My name is Claire Candy Hoff, and my name is also Angel Ariel, as I had an angelic walk-in experience on January 11th of 2003, which I write about in my award-winning #1 Amazon International bestseller, I Am an Angelic Walk-In, the autobiography of Angel Ariel. I'd like to welcome back my loyal subscribers. It's lovely to be in your energies once more, and thank you so much for liking and sharing and subscribing to my YouTube channel. For those who have found the Claire Candy Hoff channel for the very first time, let me share a little bit about myself through my full-time business, Angel Healing House, which I created almost 20 years ago in 2003. I'm a Reiki master teacher. I've taught hundreds and hundreds of Reiki practitioners and master teachers around the world. I am also a psychic, a clairvoyant, an intuitive tarot card reader. I also do ancestral healings and past life clearings. And I also do energy work, but not only on the bodies of clients, bringing them tranquility and lifting pain off the body and bringing them back to emotional peace and relieving stress. But I do the energy work on buildings and businesses and homes as well. So I'm also the author, as I mentioned, of several #1 Amazon International best-selling books. So if you're interested in purchasing those award-winning books, perhaps, or booking any of my services, please do call Angel Healing House on 831-277-3716, and that is Pacific Standard Time, as we're in beautiful Santa Monica, California. Or you can visit my website, please, which is angelhealinghouse.com. Now, speaking about teaching Reiki, I received this lovely testimonial from one of my Reiki students, and she writes, "I would like to honor Claire Candy Hoff for the wonderful experience I received from her and her angelic family, the Posse of Angels, while attending the Reiki Master Teacher degree. It was a profound spiritual experience for me. Every week there was personal instruction, adjustments, and encouragements. The homework was very thought-provoking and designed to really get in touch with who I really am. I've been honed and deepened each week. The experience was so rich in scope and depth that I feel like I've grown light years from where I started. Claire is wonderful to work with, and the addition of her angelic family, the Posse of Angels, combined to make them a powerful team for anyone interested in becoming a Reiki practitioner or a Reiki master teacher. I'm grateful beyond measure for this incredible experience." And that comes from Judy in Damascus, Oregon. And you know what? If you're interested in learning Reiki, I'm offering a special discount through the whole month of November 2022 on learning Reiki 1 and or Reiki 2. Reiki 1 with me is normally $295, but only for this month of November 2022, Reiki 1 drops down to $222. Reiki 2 is normally $500 with me, but just for this month of November 2022, it drops down to $395. So to learn on a one-on-one basis, I don't teach in groups, either in my Santa Monica, California office, or you can secure your booking online with me with a prepayment by calling Angel Healing House or emailing me at Candy, CANDY, at angelhealinghouse.com. And please feel free to share this with others who are interested in learning Reiki. Now, here on Angel Ariel's Walk in Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom, every week we do look at some tarot cards and we do look at the oracle cards. But if you're a regular follower, you know that I always go and take a look into the celestial heavens to see what astrological aspects are affecting all of us. Now, my first question, how is everyone feeling after the powerful total blood full moon lunar eclipse that we experienced on November the 8th? It was powerful because it's bringing to an end so many of our karmic cycles and our karmic contracts. In a previous radio show, the Posse of Angels and I spoke about the ending of all of our old, outdated karmic contracts because they no longer serve us. And last week, we spoke about wiping our subconscious clear of any negative, compromised programming. Some of those karmic cycles may have been perhaps an inability to bring financial flow to ourselves, which, though a difficult cycle to go through, taught us perseverance that tested our faith in a higher reason for things to happen. Or it might have created the impetus for us to be more inventive and to grow, finding new ways to put ourselves and our ideas out into the world. For instance, how many people started online courses and YouTube channels when they lost their jobs because of the tyrannical, unconstitutional mandates and restrictions which were forced upon us over the past 2 years? This was certainly a case of necessity being the mother of invention. I like the Bob Marley quote, "You never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice." Perhaps one is completing a karmic cycle of not being able to find a cherished love, or perhaps not being able to connect with a job, a career, or a business opportunity that suits them perfectly. Or maybe one is completing a cycle of feeling in limbo where they live and being able to manifest and move to that perfect location. Although these cycles are in different areas of our lives, they each are testing our faith and our resolve to keep going and to believe and trust that all will work out for our greatest good and the greatest good of all concerned. I do like the expression, the only way to learn faith is by having faith. And while this eclipse energy is primarily centered on wrapping up a cycle, with many things being eclipsed out of our lives, many in the conscious collective will experience new doors opening as something will be eclipsed into our lives. Now, when something is eclipsed out of our lives, it is making space or room for the new to come in. Although in many cases, these new doors may not be presented until later on in November or even going on into December or the beginning of 2023. Although in many cases, we really do have to allow for the integration of these energies. And believe me, they're very powerful energies between both of these eclipses on October 25th and November 8th. Even though November 8th is over now, the eclipse energies keep on affecting us. And with this eclipse energy occurring in the sign of Taurus, the sign of the bull that is ruled by Venus, it could bring up issues around Venus themes like love and relationships. It's not only helping us close out our karmic cycles with others, but how about closing out our karmic cycle with our relationship with ourselves and our value and our self-worth? Now, some questions to ask yourself are, do you value and truly honor yourself the way that you are of service to the world? How much consideration do you give to your time, to your effort? How about to your ideas? And truly honoring yourself and only accepted being honored respectfully by others. With another Taurus Venus theme being about money and abundance, many in the collective will find that they are now being monetarily compensated, financially remunerated for their time, their efforts, ideas, and their creative projects. For many, November will be like a stepping onto a brand new path as we are writing a clean, fresh slate for ourselves. Now, do remember that this eclipse was a North Node of Destiny eclipse, and that the planet Uranus is very near to that eclipse. And so with that placement, and Uranus being the planet of the unexpected, well, it is the time of expecting sudden events and the unexpected as it opens up possibilities for a surprise twist coming into our lives, perhaps manifesting as breakthroughs, unexpected events, or even shocking news. And do remember that shocking news can be shockingly wonderful, miraculous, and very welcomed indeed. And while this eclipse was the big astrological event this week, yesterday, on the 11/11, was one of the luckiest days of the year. This portal, with its angel supportive power of 11/11, they come together and they bring together heaven and earth to help us manifest our wishes. And having cleared and surrendered and released so much karmically, again, we've created space to receive only that which is for our highest good now to manifest. Energies are now working in our favor to open new chapters for our lives. Now, my angelic family, the posse of angels, wish for us to know that while the ending of karmic cycles will help many of us to experience welcome changes into our lives, this will have an enormous effect on bringing the end to society as we have known it, and many of the dark institutions that have ruled this planet for eons of time. Now that the previous dark society can no longer be supported because of all the light that is bathing the planet, it is collapsing, and we now feel free and fresh to move away from participating in that timeline for good. The posse of angels wish to share that there is nothing that we need to do but relax and surrender to living in the higher dimensions and allow events to occur. God, Source Creator, has always been at the helm of the establishment and the ascension of the new era on planet Earth, and this will finally see an end to all the reptilian bloodlines that have interfered with ancestral genetics that turned us into programmed slaves. As the divine light is growing on planet Earth in every single moment, everything is being transposed into that light of Christ consciousness, the light of God, Source Creator, as we are all being birthed into new human race of higher frequency light beings. Now, I mentioned in my previous radio program, and by the way, if you missed any of my Angel Healing House blog talk radio shows, they're live on every week on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you miss any of them, they're all archived on the Angel Healing House blog talk radio page, and they're all titled, and you can go back and listen to them at any time, at any date, any time, as they're all listened on demand. But we could find that we have, I mentioned in my previous radio program that many of us have stepped into our mastery, and we're getting used to living in the higher dimensional realms. We could find that we have an intolerance for lower vibrational things, including not being able to watch violent movies, not being able to eat poisoned foods that are filled with artificial coloring, flavoring, preservatives, additives, and chemicals. Perhaps we can no longer engage in conversations, attitudes, or those societal structures that promote separation and division instead of working together for the betterment of humanity. There are those who are sensitive that feel they feel off. They feel like they're lowering their frequency when engaging in anything that is third dimensional. And as a result, we are being nudged, and in some cases, we are being actually pushed forward, and just to stay in the higher and the lighter and the more harmonious energies of the fifth dimension and higher. Now, this could result in wishing to be alone more, or just staying home as being out there. In some circumstances, it no longer matches the higher vibration vision of who we are now. This is very common, and it's a sign of one's evolution, as we are energetically moving forward before the outside manifestation of this energy is and takes hold in all areas on our planet. For many, we will no longer be able to drop our vibration down in order to interact with the old, lower dimensional energies. And you know what, to be quite honest, why would we choose with our free will to experience anything else but blissful, heaven-sent, divine, light-filled, high-dimensional energies? And you know, when I went to my animal spirit cards, these beautiful cards came out. The first little fellow that came out, here he comes. It's Groundhog Spirit. It's a number 4. Its 4s are all about security, stability, a strong foundation in our safety. And his message to us is, it's time to let go. Time to let go. This confirms what the posse of angels and I mentioned, that we must now release anything that is of lower vibrational frequency. Our jobs that don't suit us anymore, old karmic relationships that are no longer in resonance with us, giving our power away to any so-called authority outside of ourselves, so that we can experience ending of these things that no longer serve our ascension journey to now step into new beginnings. And you know, when we release the outdated, we make space for something new to be reborn that will benefit us so much better. Our little groundhog friend is assuring us that change is coming in, and that change is good, and in many cases so much better than we could ever imagine. You know, when something is past its use-by date, and we are using all of our focus and attention to try to revive something that is no longer in our highest resonance, it just feels hard and it feels difficult. Whether it's trying to revive a habit, a belief, or situations, it's time to accept that the past and the way we knew ourselves to be in the programmed world is over. If we must grieve and feel the loss, then that's one thing. But knowing that Spirit wishes for us to experience joy, the way to get over that is to open to receive all that the higher dimensions have on offer for us, and open to receive the new life that is waiting for us now. So thank you, Groundhog Spirit, for coming in, and he's offering you a little heart of love there. Isn't that beautiful? So the second card that jumped out, that wanted to come out, the Animal Spirit card with Groundhog card, was this one. Koi Fish Spirit jumped out of the pond, and his message, or her message, is there is always enough. The posse of angels wish to share that with all those things that are leaving our lives, old karmic contracts, our old way of being in the world, you know, letting authorities decide for us what they think is good for us, those things. And even our subconscious now is being wiped clean to adjust to this new world in the higher dimensions. With all of that, Koi Spirit is reminding us that we will always be provided for abundantly, because abundance is our nature. And that if we are being asked to release something, like a job that is no longer respectful or honoring, relationships that are no longer honoring, if we're being asked to release all of those things, it just means that something better is coming in, and it's more in resonance with us energetically. By integrating higher energies, we begin to generate wealth within through our deliberate intention. Do remember that there is nothing that is more powerful than you are. Once we consistently do this, our outer conditions will begin to reflect our inner prosperity. So we need to become comfortable with wealth in all forms, because the moment we begin to commit to conscious and deliberately co-creating, then Spirit will joyfully bring us what we need. When you co-create with Spirit, because abundance is your nature, you will definitely get what you need. May not come in how you think it's going to come in or when it's going to come in, but we will get what we need, not necessarily what our ego wants, but we will get what we need for our soul's greatest growth. And after all, that's why we as Spirit are here in human form, to expand and to help our souls to grow. The next card that came out for us, I went to my, do I have it here? Yes, I went to my Oracle of Mystical Moments cards. These are just beautiful cards, absolutely lovely. This card came out, and it's number 41, which is a number 5, and it's home in the sky. Now look at all those houses that are being whisked up into the air by those balloons, and who's living in those houses but birds? Those birds are living in their houses. So what can we get from this? It's called Home in the Sky. And this is really a big confirmation of residing in the higher realms. With the eclipse season bringing in many big changes, there are many in the collective who will be moving locations, changing their jobs, changing their careers or businesses. Those things where we get our sense of security, safety, and stability. And that's the number 4 that came in with Groundhog Spirit. With the words wanderlust, adventure, and safe haven, it's assuring us that on the wings of these birds and the wings of our angels looking after us, that many in the collective are going to be flying off to discover so much more about the world, so much more about ourselves, and our new path that we're going to be stepping on to be of greatest service. But in order to be of greatest service, we have to be able to integrate and adjust to living in the higher realms. And that's what we're doing now. We've had this huge eclipse season, and going into November, it's all about integrating these new energies that we have within us. Let's go to the tarot cards and see what comes out. As I said, I just read from the Oracle of Mystical Moments. These tarot cards are the Tarot of Mystical Moments by the same artist, and they are just such lovely cards. So, knock, 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 wake, wake, wake. Somebody said the other day, mentioned, you're so mean to the cards, you hit them. And I said, well, no, in traditional tarot, you knock on the door of the cards 3 times to wake them up. So I'm not being mean to the cards. I've done lots of readings today and sessions for different people. I'm teaching mastership to several students, one-on-one basis, of course, and another tarot student. So lots is going on for me. So let's have another couple of shuffles here. I hope everybody's well. And going into November, here we are. I can't believe that we're coming up soon to Thanksgiving. It's one of my favorite holidays. I just absolutely adore it. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Let's put them together and see what comes out. our first card. First card is coming out as the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of independence. It's a card of living a life of wealth, a life of abundance. Now, wealth can come in all kinds of forms. We could have a wealth of health, a wealth of love, a wealth of self-confidence. We could have a wealth of course, money. A wealth feeling that we just feel so rich where we live, so rich in our friendships. But this is this luxurious feeling in us. It's an independence. It's a breaking away from that old third dimensional reality that where we felt under the thumb, controlled, manipulated, used. But now there's a sense of freedom for so many of us. I love the fruit on her head and the bird. The fruit is about the cornucopia of life, is that we open up to that wealth and that abundant feeling that is now ours to receive. And the bird is about the freedom that we now have. So that's our first card. Second card that's coming out is, I have always called the Two of Wands, the world is your oyster card. What you do with the world now is up to you. But that's where this part comes in, where because the moment we begin to commit to conscious and deliberate co-creating with our spirit guides and our angels, then Spirit will joyfully bring us what we need. We were never supposed to do this alone. Yes, we are very grounded. And then look, there's the second home that we get. Homes in this card, homes in this card. Now, if you're not changing locations, if you're not moving, physically moving, this could be a change in your attitude. This could be a change in your perspective, a change in the way you see yourself in the world. But certainly, we have the world here, and then she's looking up towards the moon and the stars, and she knows that she's grounded, but that her wishes and her intentions are going out to the stars, out to the heavens, and that she is deliberately co-creating. Remember, 2 is the number of partnership, and the wands certainly are about our ideas, our creativity, our vision, our businesses, our projects, all of those things. So that now that we've integrated so many of those higher dimensional frequencies within ourselves, we are going to be drawing like-minded people to ourselves to partner with, to bring out to the world our visions and our ideas. That's beautiful. Next card coming out for us is the Six of Swords. Now there's 2 cards here. Actually, there's no stars in this card, but I think they're very similar because they show high up in the sky. They show the air, like we're taking off, for a new adventure. This card is the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords is the card of travel. It's the card of moving. There's a big star there. That could be the North Star of Destiny. Much of what's coming in for the collective is destined. It's karmic. It's fated. So please, our message, the Posse of Angels and myself, would be don't try to push anything. Don't try to control anything. What's yours, it will be divinely yours and will be presented to you. And then you will be provided from that divine North Star of Destiny an anchor to anchor that into the physical realm, and where you can be anchored somewhere and to be of best service. Next card. Well, there we had Mr. Groundhog Spirit, which is the number 4, which is about safety, security, stability, and a strong foundation. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is the most dependent knight in the tarot. He's the most responsible and reliable. And so this anchoring in to our physical world will be an anchoring in of what we're going to be doing, what we love doing, and we're going to be remunerated for it and supported. There's another star card there. These are all, it's written. That's what the posse of angels is saying to me. It's written in the stars. You do not have to force. You do not have to figure this out. It will be presented to you with ease and grace. Now, your part in this is to open your arms to receive. Let them figure out the heart. Let them, Spirit, work out the ways that it needs to come in and when it needs to come in. But and then to take inspired action when it's presented to you, if your intuition is telling you and you get goosebumps and you feel like this is the right thing to step forward. But the Knight of Pentacles, yes, it's about action, but in this case, all of those stars, the stars are aligning for all of us. I just heard that from Spirit. Oh, and what a great card to end. This is the Nine of Cups, which is the wish card. We start with the fruit on the head and we end with the blossoming of the flowers at the end. The Nine of Cups is the wish card. So the posse of angels and I say to you, as we would when we read tarot for people and the Nine of Cups comes out, make a wish, because your wish is the universe's command. The universe knows you better than you know yourself, and they will fulfill the wish, not only for the greatest good of yourself, but the greatest good of all concerned. And they will do it in such a way that it'll help your soul to grow, and that it will be probably better than you ever could imagine. So let's finish off by going to our Making Magic. Come on, posse of angels. Give me 3 cards. 3 cards. 2, 3. Oh, that one looked like it jumped. Okay, that one. One more. Or 2 more. I can't count. 1 and 1 does not make 3. Okay, there we have them. Okay, the first card that came out. 1, 2, 3. A lot of this has to do with healing. The goddess, healing the feminine energy. Okay. A lot of the integrative work we did, and we are still doing, believe me, with these eclipses, is that we are letting go and releasing all of those karmic old cycles. Those karmic old cycles which told us that we couldn't do and be and have whatever we wished, that we had to subjugate ourselves in order for somebody else to benefit from us. And there is no more subjugation. There is no more compromising and settling for less, as our subconscious is being like wiped clean. It's like being scrubbed clean. So now whatever we wish for, wish it from our hearts, and don't compromise when you make any wishes. That's really important. The next card that's coming out for us is Felix Felicitas, and this is creating lucky serendipitous events, synchronicity. So what came out before was that by releasing all of those things that no longer serve us, we are creating space for spirit and ourselves to co-create miracles, for us to bring us the fulfillment of our intentions. And the other one, the last one, is healing again, true healing of the mind and the body and the soul. And this is, again, no more karmic contracts, those old previous ones that served our third dimensional programming. Subconscious is being wiped clean. And so all of that is being healed now, so we can go on to manifest exactly what our heart's desire is, and for the greatest growth of our soul. So I hope that's been helpful for everyone. Do remember that that Angel Healing House Blog Talk radio show airs every week is coming up this coming Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And you can call in for a free mini angel reading, as I've done for the past 11 years. Also, if you want to take advantage of learning Reiki 1 and Reiki 2 with me, Reiki 1 and or Reiki 2 with me, I've taught for almost 20 years, students all around the globe. And I love teaching one-on-one. It's so much more individualized and personalized. Reiki 1 with me is normally $295, but for the whole month of this November 2022, Reiki 1 with me gets lowered from $295, and now it's only $222. And Reiki 2, if you want to go on and do Reiki 2 as well, it's normally $500, but it has been discounted for this whole month of November 2022 to only $395. Remember, it has to be booked and paid for in this month of November, but it can be scheduled after November 2022. But do call Angel Healing House on 831-277-3716. And also you can contact me through the website, which is angelhealinghouse.com. Go out, everyone, and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself. And I'm wishing you love. And as always, angel blessings. I look so forward to speaking with you again next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.